The next day, Mama and Lola embarked on another adventure of their own. This time, I decided to sit this one out, choosing to give in to my inner nerd and spend the day buried in my own world of books and games. Mainly games because I was given Pokemon Scarlet by my ate rin and then I wanted to play it. It was my perfect kind of day. They took a bus headed for Bishan. Not Asian, but Bishan. And just to be clear, that's Bishan, the neighborhood in Singapore, and near Teow. These two are truly inseparable. I think when you've spent so much time apart, every single moment together becomes precious. They're constantly making up for lost time. And what's their favorite way to make those memories? Through food, of course. They're off on another food venture, discovering new flavors and sharing stories with just the two of them. Chef Kway HK Chong Fun. They've already placed their order. The stall's efficient numbered queuing system, they didn't have to wait long on a physical line. After ordering, they were given a ticket and now can just wait for their number to flash on the screen, which means their food is ready for pickup. And before they left the counter, Mama made sure that she already secured her sambal, a sweet and spicy dipping sauce that's perfectly paired with this dim sum. After grabbing a table, Mama headed straight for the drink stall. While the food stalls are masters of their one specific dish or a category of dish, you always get your drinks from a dedicated stall too. She bought an iced tea lemon packet. She can't have another coffee because of the weather. It was so hot and humid. Pickup time!
Five. Okay. Kami. Sorry ha. First time. Amo? Thank you.
They had a serving of chicken feet, siumai, and Chef Way's prawn chung fun. Lola went straight for the chicken feet, one of her all-time favorites. Now, if you've never tried chicken feet, let me tell you, it's a unique experience. It's not about the meat, it's the texture. The magic is in the sauce. A powerful, savory sweet glaze from being braised with dark soy oyster sauce, and you get hints of garlic, star anise, and a subtle chili kick. But the real highlight is the texture. The skin and tendons become incredibly soft, gelatinous, and full of collagen after steaming, just melting in your mouth.
Gusto ko talaga yung kalkan.
Lalo na yung na-marinate na siya. Ilang araw niya.
And then there's the siomai, the siumai. If you've ever been to a dim sum restaurant, you've definitely seen siumai, those open-top dumplings that are a staple of the experience. It's uncomplicated, satisfying, and packed with umami. It's the kind of dish you can eat 3 or 4 without even realizing it. I should know. I don't need to elaborate on this that much because this dish is one of the famous in the dim sum world. But it doesn't mean that's the best. Let me introduce you to something that maybe you haven't even tried yet. And this is Cheong Fun. The version they ordered was stuffed with plum prawns. Every bite is a gentle, elegant, and surprisingly refreshing burst of flavor. It's the antithesis of the bold, chaotic laksa from the day before. This is how they make it. A thin layer of rice batter is poured onto a cloth steamer, cooked in seconds into a delicate translucent sheet, and then skillfully rolled around its filling. Usually tied together by a light seasoning, a salty sweet soy-based sauce, and a sprinkle of sesame seeds. It has a very subtle, slightly sweet taste that's incredibly soft. The plump steamed prawn inside is sweet and briny with a firm juicy snap when you bite into it. It's their best seller for a reason. So tell me, have you tried it? Let me know in the comments below what your favorite Cheong Fun filling is. I love hearing from you guys.
Hello,
They were off to another destination, eventually making their way back to the heart of Ang Mo Kio Central to run an errand. It was there that Mama spotted something from a distance that completely mesmerized her. Her face just lit up with a mix of nostalgia and wonder. She started reminiscing, told me how back when she was still working here in Singapore, the one and only Jollibee was just a single branch tucked away in Lucky Plaza. Getting that iconic Chicken Joy fix meant a journey all the way from their home to the city center. Seeing Jollibee so accessible right in a neighborhood hub like Ang Mo Kio really took her back. And it got me thinking, when are we finally getting a Jollibee here in Australia? What's taking so long that we don't even have one branch yet? I know so many people who are desperately hoping and waiting for that day to come soon. The craving for that crispy, juicy Chicken Joy and those sweet Jolly spaghetti is real. Okay, I know Mama has a habit of getting completely sidetracked, but you get it, right? When you're walking to your actual destination and something along the way just grabs your attention. You can't help but be curious, or as we'd say in Singapore, you're just being plain kepo. Oh no! I think that's half the fun of exploring. And one of those detours for Mama lately has been looking at gold jewelry. Now that she's not getting any younger, her mind has started shifting towards more lasting investments. She, along with Lola, firmly believes that gold is one of those timeless assets, something that holds its value and becomes a tangible treasure that you can pass down for years to come, like an heirloom. So there they were, completely absorbed in front of a glittering display case. They took their time, pointing at different prices, trying and wearing if that would be fit to her liking and her budget, already imagining which one might be the perfect choice. And finally, she's now paying. I wouldn't relate because, I'm young. I've still got the whole world to explore and people to meet, whether that be good, bad, both the places and the people. I'm getting sidetracked too. I think that further proves the point. Oh no! Next stop, they were buying another Singaporean local dish, gu dao rojak. But this time they were buying some Otah. This is one of Lola's firstborn favorite dish. Yep, we will be having another dinner party. We approached the stall to queue and they could see the coconut leaves slightly charred. That's the Otah or Otak. It is a dish or snack that's a staple in Singapore and Malaysia. It is a spiced fish cake made from a creamy paste of fish flesh, often mackerel or Spanish mackerel, coconut milk, and a complex blend of aromatic spices like turmeric, galangal, lemongrass, and chili.
Yes, thank you.
Now going back home on the bus, Lola was so overly fussy about the jewelry. She hadn't bought any for herself, but she was immensely happy and proud of Mama's purchase. Mama went straight home, but Lola, unable to resist the final errand that she needed to buy another dish from the hawker centers we ate for breakfast. In fairness, she was already having knee pain at that time, but you can't really tell her to rest or ask her to at least go home first to get some rest and then proceed to buy again after a few minutes of rest. No, she bought another famous dish. I know that you've been hearing famous dish repeatedly here in Singapore, but I kid you not, if you've been in this little red dot, you'll discover a lot of dishes that are pretty normal to the locals. For someone like me and Mama, who misses Singaporean food and has finally tried it again after a very long time, everything is good and everything is famous. I guess you can only appreciate the things that you've been doing on a regular basis and that are very much affordable. But when suddenly one day you are on a different side of the world, the usual things you eat, the simple bowl of laksa is so expensive and special, treated like a gourmet dish abroad, and that is why every single bite we take on this trip we truly appreciate, and especially Lola brought this with her own money. And it's free! Oh Lola, I just really hope that you'll never get tired of doing this. Anyways, returning to what I was talking about earlier, even with her knee pain, she still insisted on going to the hawker center just to get this one snack. This is the snack! The fried Kway Teow, which lucky for us meant Mama and I got to have an amazing merienda. It refers to a light meal or snack taken in the afternoon, between lunch and dinner, much like the concept of afternoon tea. And this was Char Kway Teow, a wildly famous Singaporean hawker staple. Its name literally means stir-fried rice cake strips. The magic is in the wok hei, that elusive smoky breath of the wok that infuses the dish charred aroma. I told you we're not going to be tired of chewing, punching, and yapping.
Extra beer ang ganda naman. Bago yan?
Bagong luma.
My ninang had just gotten back from a long day at work and noticed a package that had been delivered for her that morning. She'd given it to Mama as a gift, not knowing what was inside the box. Now, here's the thing. Mama had a strict habit of never opening mail or parcel or any packages that isn't directly addressed to her. She handed it right back to Ninang to open. So, even though this package was under Ninang's name, the contents of the package were actually meant for Mama.
Grabe naman.
She had bought the perfume especially for her. It was a complete and wonderful surprise, capturing my mother's excitement.
Nakakaya naman. Next time gawin mong 4 ha.
Tiga-8.
Joke lang.
For context, on our first morning here, Mama had casually complimented Ninang on how nice her perfume smelled. She didn't expect that small comment to lead to this. Ninang had not only remembered but went out of her way to order not just a bottle, but 2 bottles with the different smell notes online as a gift. Mama was absolutely astonished by her, like over the moon and back astonished. It was such a thoughtful and personal surprise that truly touched her heart.
Amin na. Hindi ko mapipisilin.
Ayun mo.
Yun yung sinasabi ko sa'yo. Okay. One more thing para sa mga lakas ha. Huwag mong i-spray ng mga.
Ay. Ang bango nito. Ang bango.
As many of you know, my mom began and built her entire career here in this little red dot. For those who haven't seen the story, I've shared her journey in the previous video. The link is in the description below. You should check that out later. The amazing thing is that these are the very same people who were with her through it all. They've been her crew since they were just teenagers, navigating life and everything in between. These are the people who truly shaped the person she is today. It's incredible to think that decades ago, they were just as young, sharing countless meals together. This is exactly the kind of spot where they would have gathered for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Of course, these days, they can't all fit at one table quite like they used to since the group has grown, both literally and figuratively. But growth happens when we step beyond our comfort zone, just like what Mama did when she decided to build her own family and start a new chapter. While there's no doubt we grow through shared experiences with loved ones, our greatest growth often comes from daring to explore the unknown, from finding the courage to walk our own path and embrace new beginnings. And that incredible journey of courage and love ultimately led them to me!